Wild One's power is mine! Exist. Drea cannot help you here. The Wild One's power is mine! Exist. The Wild One's power is mine! Artillery on our way! Driak cannot help you here. Wildwood's power is mine! Wildwood's power is mine! Driak cannot help you here. Power is mine! The Wild One's power is mine! I always exist. The Wild One's power is mine! Running! Cannot help you here. The Wild One's power is mine! Kill that storm! The reactor cannot help you here. Ata, ori with ma. Wildwood's power is mine!
How's it going?
Hey man, it's it's going, I guess. I don't know. Kind of bored. Just been like going back and forth between having hundreds of divines and then spending it all on stupid shit, and then having no divine for doing pinnacle boss fights and crafting and selling stuff to get more divines for pinnacle boss fights. And it's like been like an endless cycle. I did upgrade my build a decent amount though. I got my, if I put the Dahlia's Desire on the Lightning Conduit, then the Lightning Conduit becomes level 40. And without the Desire on it, it's at 500,000 DPS, but that's not like per use. So per use, I have 830,000 damage. And then when I go and put the Dahlia's Desire on it, it boosts it by a lot. So now we're at almost 1,000,000 damage per use. But that's not counting when I go and put the Dahlia's Desire on it, it gives it that 5% more quality, which adds an extra 2% damage with hits per 5% shock on enemy. So with Dahlia's Desire, I have 27% more damage with hits per 5% shock on an enemy. And with the setup I'm using here, with just the belt and the gloves, I can get a double shock magnitude of 72%. So 72 times 2 is 144. But it only goes based off of 5% marks. So 140% divided by 5%. 140 divided by 5. We have 28 multipliers on that damage thing. So 28 times 27%. So it's dealing 756% more damage per hit against the shocked enemies, like once I get my double 72. So it does, if we take that 966,000 times 756%, so that's 966,000 times 756%. We're at 7.3 million damage before the critical damage buff. So 7.3 million times 300%. We're looking at 21.9 million damage on a critical hit on an enemy that has the double 72% shot. That's also not counting stuff like what is it? Like if there's passives and shit where I'm dealing extra damage after a critical hit and stuff like that. So like if I critical hit them with my ball of lightning, then I'm already getting extra damage buffs and everything. I could imagine if I get like all my buffs on a guy and they had enough health for me to see how much extra damage I could do, I could probably do like 30 million damage with one hit, to be honest. Because like my ball lightning applies to shock, and then I could get extra damage in there doing the ball lightning and then hitting the spark, and the spark applies like a blind and shit. And like there's just so many different additives that I could go to raise the damage on it. But pretty much every boss in the game right now, I just one hit them. It's not really hard, except for when I don't like that when I go to do my lightning conduit and one little basic attack can stop me from completing it. And then I didn't get the shot there. And then now he's not anywhere near me. Wow, this is a bad run. Holy shit, I haven't been this bad since day one. Fuck. Of course, when I go and say I can one hit any fucking boss, and then I can't even fucking hit him. If the Arbiter wasn't so expensive, I'd be farming the Uber Arbiter, but I don't think it's worth it. You can only sell the diamond for 35 div, and it costs like fucking 10 div just to do one fight. So like, I mean, you gotta sit there and hope that you get that diamond just to make it worth it. Or like hope that you get a good regalia. I sold a regalia the other day for 137 divine. I had it listed for 150, and the guy came in my hideout to buy it when I was standing here, and then he whispered to me, and he's like, "Hey, I only have like 120 divine. Do you think you could sell it for 120?" And I was like, "Well, the next lower one down on the market, when I listed that was listed for 120 div." And it had, like, I rolled a perfect regalia. And when I say perfect, like, it had chaos resistance, elemental resistance, and global defenses, I think. All three of those were maxed out. It was 10-10, or 10-7-10. And then it was 299% increase evasion, armor, and energy shield. So it was like 1% off from a perfect roll. Like I only needed 1% on that increases armor, evasion, energy shield thing. And then when I corrupted it, it gave it a 5th slot. So it was literally like the most perfect roll that you could get other than the 1% missing on the armor, evasion, energy shield. So I told the guy, I was like, "I'm sorry, man." I said, "This is like my first near perfect item that I've found. I'm gonna have to be firm on the 150 divine price." And he's like, "Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go try and sell some stuff." And like for like 10-15 minutes he's telling me, "Oh, I'm at like 125, oh, I'm at 127." And then like I started feeling bad because at first I thought it was just somebody that was trying to lowball me on the price, because I'm thinking if you have 150 divine to be spending on one piece of armor, then there's no way that you can't afford it. Like it felt like the guy was trying to lowball me. So I just kept saying, "No, sorry, like it's gonna be 150, 150, 150. And then I added him, and I looked at his character was only level 92. So that kind of broke my thing a little bit, thinking he was trying to lowball me. And then I was like, "All right, man, whatever." I said, "I'll just do it for however much you got going." And he had 137 div. And then he bought it off me. And then I wasted like almost 30 div on this Diala's Desire. And then I wasted another 30 div on getting a +3 levels of all lightning conduit skills diamond. And then I wasted a whole bunch of div on trying to craft a better ring. Because I had this ring on, or no, I had this ring on, and I had the Calandra's Touch ring with it. Okay? But then my helmet didn't have any critical hit chance, and I wanted critical hit chance on my helmet. So I went and sat here for like 20 minutes crafting and finally got a helmet decent enough. But then I lost my fire resistance, so I had to end up using lightning resistance, sorry. I had to end up making another ring to go with it. But now I'm thinking I want 2 of these, right? I want 2 of these rings. So I was gonna use the Calandra's Touch in this ring, but if I do that, then I lose out on my fire resistance. See, my lightning and fire goes down, but the other ring has lightning in it. So it would even out the lightning, but then I'm stuck on the fire. Which doing this also gives me a decent buff. Okay, so 3,900 mana goes up to 3,959, but I lose the mana regen, which was another one of my problems. I like the cast speed on this. I wish that this ring here had cast speed on it instead of fire resistance. So like I sat here for like, man, I don't know, 2 hours the other day and wasted like 70 divine trying to craft another fucking bleach ring that had everything I needed, and every single time I went to go add the last mod, it would get rid of something I needed, and it just fucking pissed me right off. So I stopped trying to craft a better ring. I tried to get better boots, like with a triple socket, and ended up getting massive fire resistance on this, so I just left it. And even then, like, if I go and change the boots, then I need to work on getting more fire resistance. So it just, I don't know, man. It's like a back and forth battle between I need just a little bit more mana so I can get some more damage and more regen. When I use my gloves for mapping, like, so this setup with these gloves and this belt, I use this just for Pinnacle bosses because it still lets me keep all my resistances, but then it gives me that extra damage buff that I need from the magnitude of shock. Okay? And then when I do mapping, I use my headhunter and this other glove that gives me extra mana regen and extra mana in general. So my mana goes to 4,000, and then I got 1,167 mana recovery a second, which is really good because I use the mana as my energy shield, right? And it's crazy because I can only use these gloves if I had the headhunter on, but if I put the gloves on, they come with dexterity. It's because of a dexterity missing stat, and then I can use any other belt that I want. As long as I have the headhunter on, I can swap back and forth between these gloves. I thought that was kind of funny. So yeah, I've just been sitting here farming Pinnacle bosses for like the past week and a half. Um, I've sold a lot of shit for like decent prices. There's somebody just bought a focus off me last night for 80 divine. And then somebody bought one of those, or both of those timeless jewels that I had for like, I think 60 or 70 divine they bought it for. It's not in here anymore. This darkness and throne belt at the bottom here, I had 2 movement speed gems in it. That's why it went for 30 div. So like I've been going crazy with selling shit and getting currency. Right now I got 82 divine. And I was gonna go and do some arbiter boss fights, but the prices of the fragments are retarded today. I don't know why. Like one of these is now, or you only get 1.75 ancient crisis fragments for 1 divine, when last week you could get 18 of them. Okay. And then the faded crisis, same thing. Last week you used to be able to get like 4 or 5 for 1 divine. Now it's 2.5. And same with the weathered one. You used to be able to get 8 for 1 divine last week. Now it's only 2.3. What I don't understand is why did the first one go up so much? You used to be able to get 18 of them. Like it almost feels like somebody with a lot of currency went and bought all these until it went all the way down to 2, and then is now selling them for 2 for 1 divine. That's what it feels like, because there's no way it goes from 18 pieces for 1 divine all the way down to 2 in 1 week, especially when the price of the divine is now at 1,100 fucking exalted. So how does that make sense? Price of the divine's going up, and so is everything else. Like to be honest, everything should be staying the same price. Like I don't understand how the price of the currency I'm using to buy it is going up, and then you're now making the price of the item I want to buy go up. It doesn't really make sense.
Nothing.
And then I start mapping. Oh man, I don't even want to get into mapping. Like the rant on mapping, because it's fucking pissing me right off. I have 75 resistances in all 4 categories. I got like almost 6,000 hit points, but then I still die from 1 explosion. And it's always when I get 1 bar of experience. I'll survive like 15 maps in a row, and then that's it. Like I'll die once I get 1 bar of experience. I'm starting to go more on the side that it's not RNG, it's DNG. And D because it's deliberate number generation. It's not random number generation. There's no way it's random. 3/4 of the time it feels like all the shit's fucking deliberate. Random number generation would mean different results every time. How is it the same result? I also kind of want to get a better amulet, even though my amulet is pretty badass right now. I kind of want. I was fiddling around with this one. I listed it for a crazy high price so that nobody would come buy it. Um, I am debating swapping out or trying to swap out the cast speed for a desecration because you can get a plus percentage quality of all skills in your desecration on an amulet, which would be mint. And because I have um, cast speed on this ring, like I had this amulet with cast speed before I had this ring, and I was fine. So I should be fine if I get rid of the cast speed off of my amulet. Just the only problem is trying to roll that plus 4 levels of all skills is very, very hard. So I'd imagine I'm gonna go and put a bunch of currency in trying to get that fucking plus quality of skills on this thing, and it's not even gonna roll the plus 4 levels of spell skills, knowing my luck. And I still have, well, I lowered the price to 1,000 divine on this amulet that has the plus 4 levels of all spells, critical hit chance, critical damage bonus, spirit, spell damage. I had it at a mirror, and I put it to 1,000 divine because a mirror is like 1,600 divine now, so it's almost like half price. I crafted this crazy focus the other day too. When I sanctified it, it really fucking buffed the stats on the spell and the lightning. So the spell damage was a tier 2, and it basically made it into a tier 1. And then the lightning damage, same thing, it was a tier 3, it basically turned it into a tier 1. To have 100 and 100, and the cast speed, and then the critical hit chance, and then the plus 4 levels. I'd imagine I'd be able to sell this thing at a mirror or two. I'm confused why it says tier 2 on the plus 3 levels of all spell skills. You're telling me you can get a plus 4 and then sanctify it to a plus 5?
Not really struggling for currency anymore, it seems low.
No, definitely not struggling for currency anymore. I don't know. I just like there's only so much I can do to make my build better. I was debating, and I did try. I fucking made an armor that had a lot of energy shield on it, and tried to get high resistance on it because of the regalia having so much resistance, like the chaos and the elemental. Because the more energy shield I have on my stuff, then the more I'll be able, like the more mana I'll have, which is therefore more defense. It's just the only problem is I need the 5 sockets. Because if I don't have the 5 sockets, I can't do my mana as energy shield the way I want to. So like this lets me put 5 of those damage taken before mana, or taken from mana before life. So it gives me 50%, right? So if we go to my character and I go down, it's at damage taken from mana before life is at 102%. So if I lose one of those, I'm down to 92%. So 8% of all the damage is going to be coming out of my life, which kills me really fast. Like then I really got to worry about my life rather than only my mana, right? Every time I get hit. So that frustrates me a little bit because, like, even if I say I change the armor and I go and put different runes on there to do different things, then I would have to come all the way over here to get mind over matter. And it's all damage is taken from mana before life, 50% less mana recovery rate. So I lose half of my mana regen. It would be 450 mana regen a second. So then I wouldn't be able to consistently cast and have armor. You know what I mean? Like my skill is using less mana per second than my recovery, so it allows my mana to stay full, so that way when I get hit, I'm not like, having a hard time getting my mana back while it's recovering. The difference I can show you with the mana recovery is this is throwing the ball lightning off of my mana, like my first weapon set passive with the mana recovery. Okay? I can get a lot of hits out there. So now we're going to switch to the lightning conduit side. Gone. 2, 3, 4. Like, the mana regen is definitely really important for the clearing. See, like, drinking a couple flasks lets me get back up there while I'm continuously fighting. Not to mention, too, with my ascendancy, I get more mana regen and more cast speed as I'm losing mana, right? So I got Arcane Surge, 15% increased cast speed and 20% more mana regeneration rate. And then you go down to, and it says 20% increase effect of Arcane Surge on you per 10% missing life, or missing mana. So, like, as I'm using my mana, I'm literally giving myself more mana regen and more cast speed. So, I just don't know anymore. I'm kind of stuck on what I want to do. I mean, I don't really need better gear, but it would be nice to try and fiddle with it and get better gear. Like, I know I can get more energy shield on this in a triple slot, and that would give me more mana in the long run. Same with the boots. I could definitely get boots with way more energy shield on it. Well, maybe, because, I mean, I already have a tier 1 on it. But if I got a level 75 or a level 80 pair of boots, then it would be different. I would be able to get more on it. I got lucky with these gloves, but I kind of wish it was intelligence and not dexterity. Because the more intelligence I have, the more mana and mana regen I get. I think my only goal now is I'm trying to get a mirror, because that's kind of the only last accomplishment that I need, other than trying to get all the unique items in the game. But I mean, the items that I'm missing are those like super rare items, you know what I mean? So it's not like, and they're even items that I don't even really need to use. I don't know what this last wand is. I just finished boots the other day, and crossbows has been finished for a long time. I think shields, I just need one more, 2 more shields. Got all the quivers. So yeah, I don't know, man. I've been kind of bored these last couple days too, and especially like I depend on the headhunter for mapping. Just the only thing that kills me is when I pick up Shroud Walk and then it teleports me into the center of a fucking group and I'm dead. So I tried switching my amulet to that amulet that I got it listed for 1,000 divine and used the spirit to do the Arctic armor because in the description of the Arctic armor it says, while active, conjures an icy barrier that gains stages over time. While the barrier has stages, melee attacks that hit you will remove a stage to cause a burst of ice that deals a cold spell damage to the attacker. So I fucking throw this thing on, I get teleported into the center of a group, and they're all smacking the shit out of me. And when I say like I can't move, I can't dodge, roll out, I can't do nothing because I'm being light stunned repeatedly by like 7 different enemies. They're all smacking me one after another, and I can't move. And then I just die, surrounded. And this thing still has all fucking 5 stages on it. How? I don't know. Because it says melee attacks that hit you. And I mean, if they're all sitting there smacking me with their hand, it's kind of a melee attack, right? So this thing doesn't work. It's probably why you don't see anybody talking about it because it doesn't work. So that pissed me off. I fucking went back to my other amulet without the spirit. Got rid of that. Tried to use the belt. Where is it? I tried to use this belt. I had one that was 61% of damage recouped as mana because I figured, okay, if I get hit, then it's just gonna take over half of the damage I just took from the hit and give it back to me in my mana, which is my energy shield. Well, guess what? It doesn't work like that because it takes a couple seconds for the recoup to kick in. So when I get fucking surrounded and light stunned, I still can't move and I still can't do nothing. It just drives me nuts. I hate that light stun thing so much. I hate it. And then I came across this amulet the other day. Where is it? This one cannot be light stunned. I'm like, wow, that would be amazing if I could put that on my amulet. Because if I lose my amulet, I literally lose like over half my damage. So that pissed me off. Made me think, okay, I kind of wish that they would come out with a way to be able to put stats from a unique item onto regular items. So I don't know, man. I'm just kind of stuck a little bit, not really understanding this season and how much they changed things. Like in season 1, I was able to get 6,000 mana, and I had like I think 2,000 mana regen a second, and that was even with using that mind over matter notable that reduces my recovery by 50%. And then now here I'm in this season, I can only get 4,000 mana and only 1,000 regen when I'm not even minus 50% recovery. But season 1 was a little different because I had the shield from the Trial Master, which increased the socketed items by 666%. And I had all mana, like percentage maximum mana things in it. And it was actually really good. It like increased my mana by a lot. I kind of wish that you could stick soul cores in anything. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could stick these maximum mana soul cores like in my boots and my gloves and my focus and my body armor because then I would just like have massive amounts of mana.
No other builds you want to try?
Not really, because it takes a long time to get them there. Like it's not like you can have all the currency in the world, you still got to put the time in to bring in that character to end game, right? And like this season alone, I got my Amazon at level 93. I got this witch at level 57 and this warrior at level 69. The witch and the warrior, I kind of gave up on both of them towards the end, and the Amazon was my second character that I made and got to the end with. The witch, I was trying to get her to be a minion build until I seen about the blood mages, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool with all that life regen. I want to try that. And then now I'm like, I don't know, man. I got like another 4 or 5 hours of gameplay in here to try to get to the end, and then I have to get it strong enough to be able to beat a fourth ascendancy trial to be able to swap over to blood mage. And with the warrior, I don't know. There's not really like there is a decent amount of people playing warrior, but not as many as you'd think. I'm just happy with my sorceress being able to one-shot everything with that lightning conduit. I got a lot of time in this bitch. Whew. Um,
Hail.
I guess we'll do a couple others. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can. All right, your order is registered.
You think we'll get it in 7 tries? 18 million, not bad.
Is the legacy.
Nice. First try. Love it. Man, I can't believe the price of the +3 levels to spark skills. Have you, like, went on the trade website and looked at those at all? Fucking 1,100 divine is the cheapest one for +3 levels of spark skills. I only had to pay 28 divine for my fucking lightning conduit one.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. If I had a lot of currency, I would farm diamonds and identify them. It's just the only problem is you can sell them unidentified for, well, a couple of days ago it was 35 divine. I don't know what it is today. So unidentified, I can get almost 40 divine for it, but if I identify it, it can turn it into garbage. Oh no. Oh man.
Ascendants. Her only salvation is written in ash.
I feel like they should have made it so that the Uber Arbiter drops exceptional items. Like, the Regalia should come with 5 slots on it already. And then you should be able to corrupt it for 6. Because what do you mean I need to get my 10 boss points, map boss points for my Atlas tree in order to get fragments for this guy? But he's not going to drop any other different loot than if you're fighting him in the regular.
The fourth edict burns for only salvation is written in
Like, not even a level 20 rattling scepter either. But he had 24 million fucking health, and he doesn't even drop a level 20 item. I know why it's not. I was wondering why it was only doing 18 million, but I know why it's only doing 18 million. I need to hit him with a couple hits of my spark.
The fourth eating burns.
A little better, not much.
Her only salvation is written in ash.
There is power in this object.
Not one sacred flame. Dropping the boots. Oh. Oh.
The fourth eating burns for you.
Why didn't it do? They're gonna kill me.
Your affliction upon her will soon.
Oh my goodness.
A touch of luck.
Maybe I just need to let them hit me once they get the diamond. That's another thing I don't understand. So you just seen right there, I just survived a hit from the Uber Arbiter. Honestly, everybody usually dies with one hit from that guy. But then I can die from one explosion in mapping somehow. I almost made it. It was so close. That sucks. Because when you die, it puts you into the regular.
You are too late. The fourth eating burns for you. Significance. This.
Watch him still drop a diamond. I feel like that one was gonna be a diamond too. what I need to do. I need to make this. No, work on two. Every now and then I'll forget to switch back to my spark, and then I start launching the ball of lightning, and it drains my mana, and then when they're shocked, I don't have enough mana to do the lightning conduit.
The fourth eating flame burns for you. Your affliction upon her will soon be.
Okay, see how much one diamond's worth. Somebody listed like a whole bunch of them for 34 divine a minute ago. Like a whole bunch. Holy shit. It's got like 30 of them, 40 of them listed. 35 8 minutes ago. So
What's new? Seems like a good deal.
and then these ritual tablets, I think they're like all worth a lot of money right now for some reason. Eight chaos orbs for the cheapest is the cheapest one, so you know that these are all worth fucking a lot. Especially this one right here.
He'll be back later. Got to rack and mow lawn.
Yeah, man, you're good. Take your time. Five divine is the cheapest one.
Oh, it's you.
I didn't realize it has the reduced tribute.
I'm sure someone will want that. do what I can to sell it for you.
We spent a lot of divine right there buying all those.
Let's see if there are any takers. I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Actually, I'm gonna try the next one with this other ring. Why? It didn't critical. Nice. Still only 17? confused how before I was able to get it to 22 million damage in the one hit. Is it because I was applying the shock with my spark? Let's find out. It did 19 instead of 18.
Her only salvation is written in ash.
No! Whoa!
Witness.
Let's not fucking switch what we were doing.
You are too late. The fourth eating burns for you. Your affliction. Upon her will soon.
Oh my goodness. That's a little bit rough.
Can I help? I'll do what I can to sell it for you.
Alright, I'm taking a break.